Oh, you didn't know? It's time for the Afterglow. And that's how I start the episode today. Yeah, not conventional, not how you usually do things, but also, this is how we're going to do things here. Wendy Richter is dating Lex Luger, talking of unconventional things here. Nico Koloff and Ric Flair claim a big win at the Crockett Cup. Ole Anderson having a huge argument with Dick Murdoch. Also, with Rick Steiner. I assume Ole Anderson is still a member of the backstage staff there at WCW, or Jim Crockett Promotions, as we know it's called. Nikita Koloff, he got a cracked tailbone. I guess not just Ric Flair taking all the bumps there. And here we go. One more day tomorrow night. Let's just have a little checkup before we get to Afterglow. I know that's why you're here. We know we love the Afterglow. How did the TV tapings go? What kind of ratings did we get? So we were waiting broadcast for the last one, which will be shown just before the live episode, or the live show. And you can see we're staying steady and about the same here. No major fluctuations. We cannot deal with fluctuations. At my age, my time of life, fluctuations are a pure hazard. Satanico. I mean, that can't be popular in Luchador in Mexico. It can't be popular. They're a very, very Catholic, Christian kind of culture there. He's a heel. He's a heel, damn it. No, Wahoo McDaniel is injured. Right, quickly, get sending some cards. Write your letters, send them off. We want Wahoo to get better. Get better soon, Wahoo. Bruised eye socket. I mean, hear the stories of Wahoo, like running barefoot between two cities and stuff. Crazy. PWA have been given a financial warning. Yeah, let's see how our finances are doing. We haven't checked that in a while. And we have a decision. Oh dear. Beastie wants a pay rise. She's one of the better wrestlers. I think we could do that. Being paid $40 is lower than $100 I'm worth. $60. I think she's actually worth that. $100. Hollywood. She's getting a lot lower than $80 she's worth. And again, it's hard to say no. Hollywood, you get a pay rise, yeah. Dennis Stamp. Oh, I know he's refereeing every single match, and I know he broke a few of the springs on his trampoline, but my goodness. He would like 150 or 70%. Will you do 75? He doesn't seem happy or sad. Well, we don't want to ruin the locker room any more than it's already being ruined. As we see, our morale issues are the dominating factor here. But the Afterglow is tonight. I've been looking forward to it. I'm writing the show in my head for weeks now. Well, not really. I just came up with it 5 minutes ago. Which one of those two statements do you believe? No, I've been thinking about it and planning, coming up with ideas. So far, we're 13,000 in the hole. We need some money. Ticket sales is paramount, and tonight is when we're going to sell the most tickets, what I believe. Of course, our production is going to get higher. Worker costs naturally going to increase for the next show. But will we be able to tail them off? As we said at the start of this month, we got rid of quite a few of the financially burdening wrestlers, such as Leilani Kai. I mean, we like her WWF Tag Team Champion and everything. We're not going to ignore the lineage. At the same time, money is money. We will not be able to create a lineage and a history if we do not have a company. So we're looking for a big cash settlement for this one. And by that, I mean people buy tickets and enjoy the show. Glow, Afterglow. We're set to run for 2 hours as a normal event, and ticket prices are normal. Give the night off. I think everybody should be available to work. Tonight's venue, this is important. So the economy is above average and strong, but both are falling. Right now, 923 fans as a possibility. Let's have a little look here. Can we get 1,000 people in this place? Go 2,000 just to see. The minimum capacity, I'd say about 800. Okay, that gives us a lot to choose with. Let's take these parameters a little bit lower there. So 1,500 people, no, 900. Then you get a sellout. 950, we'd get a sellout there. Okay, Logan, Utah. They did host wrestling in the 80s. $900. Okay, this is so far. I've never had a show in Utah in my entire TEW career. Limit one company per night. Is there anyone else already running it? 900, 950. Okay, the high school gym. Nah, don't want to be at a high school gym. Irvine, Goldmine, Del Mar, Crawford Hall. I'm just looking if anything is a hotbed, and that's a key thing because you get rowdier crowds, you get people who want to see the wrestling, maybe spend more money on merchandise, who knows. But on the West Coast at this time, and before PWG, Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, really opened up, another hotbed kind of arena, the West Coast from the late 80s, early 90s really didn't have such a good scene. Of course, 60s, 1960s, 70s were great for California, Los Angeles wrestling. I think we're going to do this one. It's the only available one in Utah. I've never wrestled in Utah. Don't Utah have some weird rules about certain things? How are they going to enjoy the burlesque style wrestling we're going to put on? I guess we're going to find out. Booking team meeting. We need more. We need more of this creative energy. How are we going to get more creative energy? Any ideas? Seriously, in the chat or anything, let me know if any way to get creative, energy up. Olympia Hartig, I don't know her. She looks very familiar though. Kind of looks like Lufisto. Professional, yeah, she could be here. Make things better. The head women's trainer, Dennis Stamp, ran pre-show training drills to show, and he helped with basics and safety for 22 students as their whole roster. And this whole idea of having a morale officer, I think we maybe could take that away soon because it's not having any positive effect. It just makes people more annoyed. It makes Beastie annoyed. She's a people person, but I mean, I think she lied on her resume because she's annoying everybody. Once again, T isn't Tina Ferrari. She's more annoyed by this. Mina the headhunter. Palestina the terrorist. Oh, but she was before Wrestlers Court about moaning about stuff all the time, bumming everyone else out. Well, she's a terrorist, but guilty as charged, Dennis Stamp, and she has to do 15 jumps on the trampoline. No, sentenced to shut up or cheer up, and to buy drinks for everyone after the show. There you go. She's gloomy, so she's going to do it. She's going to be doing it regretfully. And that's been positive. MTV also being an hour late. There you go. She's an hour late to pick up her partner in that LA traffic, and they're heading out to Utah. So you just don't want to be late. And she's going to pick up her travel partner, which will be like Hollywood and Vine, for the next 3 shows. It's got a positive impact. Okay. Dress the locker room. Inspire. I just want to inspire everyone, I want to inspire the entire locker room. Team bonding. Hardline stance. My way or the highway. Gives an instant boost to your credibility and improves their backstage. Downside, to get the releases instant, they have to pay the same cost. Hardline stance. Do you dare to? Do you dare me to? I can't do it. I just really can't. I'd love to just click on it, but there's no going back. There's no reloading the saves, which is one of the charms and one of the risks of TEW. That's why it feels more real than other games. You can't just reload it. You can't just fix your save unless you've saved it, put it somewhere else, and do all that mumbo jumbo. But if you're playing one save and you're just not doing anything else to it, you do this and people leave. They are not coming back. There's no reloading. There's no changing it up. There's no fixing it. Maybe I do it at the start of the TV taping. Why not? Get some more authority. We will have an open forum. Everybody got a small morale boost. We don't have to go through all the names. If I did, it would sound like Billy Joel singing "We Didn't Start the Fire." But we know, quite frankly, in this game, I did start the fire and I poured petrol on it. But here we are at AfterGLOW, and the main event will be the Russian doll match. So we're going to go 1-on-1 with the Great One. I think the Russian doll match should probably be created here. Like a Monsters Ball match, possibly. Or maybe even like a casket match. We have casket. Ooh, let's have it. Add new match. Based on casket. Okay. Russian doll. Because that would make sense. Russian doll. So, Russian doll. Let's write this match. We had this idea for what we're going to do. Let's do it. Because I thought the casket, because that means we've got an object at the side there. Okay. A huge Russian babushka doll is placed at ringside. Every time a fall is achieved, a layer gets removed. The crown is on one of the layers. The winner receives the crown and then proceeds to lock up the loser in the final layer of the doll. There you go. That's a hell of a match. One fall. No, we want most falls. Injury risk, yes. Maybe. Name value, I think it does. Default match, no. Basic match, no. Trap within item, yes. Pinfall, yes. Submission, yes. Count out, yes. Disqualification, yes, that's possible. Table break, no. Item retrieval, essentially yes as well. And weapons, maybe. No, not necessarily. It doesn't have to have weapons. We're not having a pole. If everything is contained in a Russian doll, if we had a pole, it'd just be too much. A Russian doll and a pole match. You can save that idea for Vince Russo. We're not doing it. And save. You cannot have an item retrieval without ladders, poles, wires being present. Okay. We'll take that off then. You can have trapping finish and multi-force match. Okay. Okay, trapping item, but not trapping finish. The finish is a pinfall, and then at least the post-match, they're being trapped. You see? There is logic in this madness, I tell you. Russian doll match. Major stars. We've got Cartier. She holds the Glow Women's crown. She wants to face Colonel Ninochka. Well, the contract is there, isn't it? Russian doll match. So the contract is there. Everything has been signed. Title is on the line. Missy Hyatt is going to be on play-by-play today. This is her first appearance here. And we're thinking mayhem, right? There was a limit how good the bout can be, but I'm thinking that we've got a limit on things anyway. What? Ninochka's going to win this one? You guys didn't expect that. You didn't see that coming, did you? You did not. Do you know how she's going to win it? Do you know how she's going to win it? I'll tell you how she's going to win it. We've got Yamazaki. So this is the new fear. Atashi left. Habana was not good enough. We released her. We've got Palestine the terrorist. And we've got a new member. A Japanese wrestler who's turned up in Glow. And she's called Yamazaki. And she is going to be a huge part of what happens at the end here. So the crown is going to legally change hands now back to the Colonel Ninochka. Oh, there you go. And is the feud going to be finished there? We will see. I'll let you know at a later date. But there, you're going to see the finish, the end of the match, the end of the show is going to be a title change. And I'm looking forward to seeing it. Are you looking forward to seeing it? I definitely am. Segment? No. Sex appeal. The hot and steamy scenes from the Top Glow feud. So it's just all cut together, all the finest bits there. Oh, of course. That's the problem. We can't do hype videos. Oh, I forgot about that. See, I'd love to do hype videos, but we are in Utah, so we can't do that. Cutting a promo? Yes, possibly. Interview, hype video. Cutting a promo then. And then her target, it'll be her. I really wish we could do videos. Ninochka finally will end this. There you go. She means it this time, you know. She's not kidding around. It's a Russian doll match, you know. This is her moment. Okay. We've got another feud going. We've got several feuds going. Let's have a look. So we have this one, Debbie the Killer Tomato, Hollywood, Tammy Jones, and Vine. The Tomato World Order. Will they ride again? Tammy Jones, face entertainer, great. And then the Killer Tomato. She is Debbie the Killer Tomato, also an entertainer. And on the heel side, we have Hollywood and Vine. There we go. Prankster Punks. This is going to be a comedy match, I think. Yeah, we have to have one comedy match on the card. And this will be the comedy match. We're going to have a sex appeal match as well. Tammy is going to get the victory. What? Nobody expected that. How did that happen? Out of nowhere. Titles. Hollywood and MTV are those champions, so she can't defend it because Vine is not one of the champions. Post-match. 4 minutes in the ring. An interview. Jimmy Cornette on the microphone with Tommy Jones and Debbie, the Killer Tomato, celebrating their victory. Tammy, I'm going to say it like Ron would say it from Parks and Rec, has an announcement. She's pregnant? No, I don't think so. What's the announcement going to be? So overjoyed and excited, Tammy tells Debbie that yes, she will join the Tomato World Order. So we have got member number 2 of the Tomato World Order. What a glorious day this is. I mean, I'm happy. I'm delighted. There we go. Booking analysis got no warning. So now we've already got the 2 matches that we need to have to fill the quota that we need. 2 matches do not make a card, though. On a night like this, we need to pull out all the stops. Bamboo jail match. Will that work? Will it bend? Will that be the match to put us over the top here? Who is Pepper Pesto? We'll find out in a second. That's a little bit of a teaser there for you, because you didn't see. This is stuff I did in between time. Yeah, there's a whole world going on when you're not watching this. Mostly on the insides of my mind. But yeah, sometimes it creeps out of an evening and starts writing up stuff. Wild Brawl. Beastie is going to win. Wild Brawl. And there's going to be interference, because we know her little sister, Little Fiji, she's out injured. Spike, though. Spike is on the prowl. She's going to attack Fiji. This match of this length is 7 minutes. Could we make it shorter? It's 5 minutes? 5-minute Wild Brawl. Honestly, that actually might be the thing. And then post-match here. 3 minutes in the ring, the brawl. Spike and Mount Fiji. No, not Mika the Headhunter. Fiji, it says. Mountain Fiji fighting. But also, of course, we're going to have Beastie. Fiji tries to fight both Outlanders off. It's going to be a tough fight, this one, but I mean, we need to have these kind of things in between. So we've got a comedy match, a brawl match, absolute mayhem, and the Russian doll match in the main event. I mean, this is insane. This is insanity, Peppers. Talking of Peppers, so we have a new worker on the roster. Let's get to her. I need to show you who she is. She's called Pepper Pesto. And we are going to change the gimmick. Doesn't work, we change the gimmick. Pepper Pesto. We are going to change the gimmick. Prepare a gimmick change. So, formerly, Sally the Farmer's daughter. And we are going to make her breakout star, because Sally wasn't where it was at. The Farmer's Daughters, of course, are part of GLOW. Part of all these lovely vignettes that we see. At the same time, nothing that sticks out. Often there's, okay, we're doing well, you like us, we're the baby faces, we're happy. But what I want to do is a cartoon, a gimmick, and make her not in the Farmer's Daughters anymore. The other 2 that are there, they're going to stick and be a tag team. But she's going to change her name to Pepper Pesto, and she's going to be a white witch. Confirm gimmick change. She's got 8 years of experience, and she's not better than she is. Anything for her family. A long line of magical women in her past have given her the powers of a white witch. Her magic, spelled CK, flows within her, and she recently has tapped into this. So, there's going to be a witch. A white witch. Okay. Let's do an angle. 3 minutes in the ring. Pepper Pesto at Tina Ferrari. They're going to be interviewed. None other than Missy Hyatt. The Walking Riot. Yeah, she's an interviewer today. She's back. Well, she's back. She's not back in GLOW, back in the wrestling business. She was unemployed for a while, and we thought we'd bring her in here. So Mana and Mika. Pepper Pesto is here. Fill in angle. Yes. Pepper is here and describes her transformation and true being. She wants to help out Tina on her quest and joins up for a tag team match against the Headhunters. Of course, this may be leading to another feud later on down the line. And then we haven't had a regular tag match just with wrestling in it, really, have we? This entire time. The heels, just Mika and Mana. And of course, Tina is in the feud with the Headhunters' storytelling. And the victory will be Tina's here. Open match. So that finally might end the feud. Because they had that big cage match last time, do you remember? There we go. Oh, we need more angles. We do need more angles. What storylines do we have going on? California Doll, Spanish Red. There we go. So in the ring. Interview, cutting a promo, brawl, saving the day, contract signing, stare down. And Spanish Red, and we're gonna have against California Doll. Involved Missy Hyatt, just for sex appeal. And then maybe Jim Cornette as the host. Maybe segment host. Red and Doll stare down. Dance contest. 9 minutes. Yes. Agreeing to meet in the ring. A war of words turns into an impromptu dance contest with Jim Cornette even getting involved and Missy being the judge. There you go. See, everything has a reason. So now we've got a good 9-minute angle there and we'll not be penalised for doing too many matches. That being said, I'd rather do more matches. Let's do another match. I want to get a singles match or two in there. We've got the sex appeal matches to do. So Spanish Red has got that angle there. Godiva is a heel. And she can work. Could she work Malia Hosaka? Sex appeal. Eye candy. We'll have Godiva tainted win. What kind of match would they have though? Will she protest to that? No, she wouldn't. There you go. We've got some angle there. Okay, good. Post-match. We will start a storyline. Add storyline. Godiva. Pepper Pesto. I'll write more of the description afterwards. Godiva crossed the wrong witch. Okay. A new storyline happening. There you go. What's going to happen here? Okay, interview. Jim Cornette is going to interview Godiva after her match. She's going to talk about Pepper Pesto Godiva on how silly Pepper is. Godiva is prancing around the ring after her victory. She talks to Cornette and mentions how silly the whole Pepper being a witch thing is. She's not having any of it, you see. And that would be after that one. So we move that one forward. Move that one down. Move that one up and up and up. Pepper Pesto's here. Godiva, here we go. That one up there. That one there. That one there. Okay, good. We're about 66% here. 8 minutes more to proceed. Storylines. I've got a dance contest there with these two. They're in the main event. They're having a one-on-one bamboo cage match, which will be very exciting. Godiva across the wrong witch. Tina trouble here. And Vine bursts down these bubbles. So each one of the feuds we've got some sort of resolution to or continuation. I do love a good battle royal, though. Could we have a 10-person battle royal? Evening gown. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, no, we were going to take out... We could have her there. Yamazaki's there. California Doll. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. And we're going to have the victory going to Spanish Red. She's in the main feud here. Eye candy. Well, of course it's going to be eye candy based. Evening gown match, just for the sake of the crowds. 70%, so we will not be penalised. But we've got more time to use if we would want it. And we'll put that later on, because you can have the dance contest and still do another match here. And then that's after that one, and then Hosaka Godiva, yes. 2 minutes in the ring. Interview with Missy Hyatt. You know, she's known as the Walking Riot. And then she's going to talk to Spanish Red about what she still thinks about California. California Doll is still a loser. Proved by Spanish Red winning her match. Okay, so that is another angle there. We've got most people now on the card because we've got the Battle Royal there. People love a good Battle Royal as well. With that being said, do we have to have a pre-show match? I don't think so. The only worker we're not using, or we're using anyway in that one, interfering is Yamazaki, and she's going to be used as a surprise. We don't want to have her out in a Battle Royal, just being thrown out for no reason. Red and Doll stare down, dance contest. Brilliant stuff to start the show off. Pepper Pesto is here explaining what's going on. Then we're going to have the match here, which is full of a feud and new character versus the Headhunters. Then we're going to go straight to Beastie, Mount Fiji, and that's going to be a hard-hitting, tough one-out affair here in a cage. For that, we're going to move on to the Battle Royal Evening Gown match, which is an eye candy-based match. Again, let the crowd up a bit, but also give them what they want to see. California Doll is still a loser, so it's the interview afterwards. Milia Hosaka, new wrestler for us here, going to face Godiva. We're going to have the tag match where a lot of the storylines are on the line. Then we're going to end up with Ashley Cartier and Colonel Inochka, the biggest feud, the Russian Doll match. So we're going to see how it all goes, and we're going to click Start Show, get ready for Glow. And we have started the show. We are back and segment rating of 48. Here we go. Let's start with AfterGLOW. 919 people paying good money. They got to their seats. We had no pre-show on this event. There was a reason. We want every single match and everything to have a meaning. Missy Hyatt, she debuted her seductress gimmick. Got a rating of poor. That's not great. But modeling contract gone awry, storyline has advanced and gained heat. They're agreeing to meet in the ring. California Doll and Spanish Red. Jim Cornette's going to be the adjudicator and introducing Missy Hyatt as the judge. And it was a really strong angle. Cornette did really well. The angle got the crowd hotter. Perfect way to start off a burlesque style show here, with that's our product. I mean, it's like Glow is going to be always going to be Glow. It's going to be a bit silly. It's going to be women doing funny things, talented actresses, talented athletes, but the campy nature of it is the selling point. People came to see that, and they were not disappointed. The opening segment, I think it was a success. After this dance segment, which turned out to be brilliant, we have Pepper. Now, Pepper is here and describes her transformation and her true being. She wants to help Tina out on a quest and join up in a tag team match against the Headhunters. And the crowd is hot at the end. We're going to see, is Pepper Pesto going to be able to convince people she is a white witch? Well, let's change the gimmick. It got an initial rating of adequate, so his rating is likely to rise over time as fans get used to the new gimmick. And it's a gimmicky, cartoonish gimmick. It fits really well with the Glow kind of thought here. Which is better from our last one with Girl Next Door, which is very generic, and it was also a rating of poor. And here we go, in a bout that had great heat and decent wrestling. Tina Ferrari and Pepper Pesto, in her re-debut here, defeated the Headhunters, Mana and Mika, in 7 minutes 27, when Tina Ferrari pinned Mana the Headhunter with the Samoan driver. And it was designed to tell a specific story. So Pepper Pesto, 28 rating here, 38 for Tina. They say that Mana the Headhunter and Pepper were off her game. And so was Tina. But here we go. Chemistry rating. This could be a permanent tag team because Tina and Pesto, which we've never tried out before, have got an excellent chemistry rating. Crowd heat at the end was red hot. In an extremely short match, Beastie defeated Mount Fiji in a bamboo jail match. Only 4 minutes 37. And the reason it was so short is we got warnings saying they might not be able to last the entire match. These two girls have not got the stamina for a 6-7 minute match. But Beastie got a rating of 41, Fiji 36, quite low for her. But the crowd are really into it because they love this storyline. And the crowd heat at the end was very hot. So I don't know how to maybe use them in tag matches to let them last a bit longer. We want like a 10-minute match to be able to get to those kind of higher ratings. In TEW, even though you've got a product which is beneficial to have short matches, to achieve the higher ratings, you've still got to be able to go about 8 to 10 minutes at least. In an average 3-minute angle, we saw a brawl between Beastie at Mount Fiji and also Spike at Glow. The giant heat storyline advanced with this one. So we've got all three of them here. Fiji doing her best, valiantly fighting off both members of the Outlanders. In about that had great heat and decent wrestling. Yes, we're on the evening gown battle royal. It's a special one for Utah. Maybe we should have come up with a name for it. The Utah Lady Gown Battle Royal, sponsored by, I don't know, Tesco's or something. Or some local business there, most probably not a brand of British supermarket chains. Now, Scarlett is looking very stale. I was about to say that myself, but I didn't want to bring it up. And the crowd here at the end is very hot. Again, this isn't a throwaway match, but a way of getting everybody involved on the show. Get everybody a payday. Everyone can see these characters. And a very good mix of characters. The person in the match we want to push and raise to the top here is Scarlett. Scarlett got the victory here. She was the one who got her hand raised. 37 rating. Not bad for a kind of filler match. An average 2-minute interview. We've got Missy Hyatt now as the interviewer. She's doing quite well in this role, I think. And interviewing Spanish Red. Letting you know that, the dance contest, I'm the better dancer. Acting, I'm the better actress. I just won this battle royal. I'm clearly the better here. California Doll, you might as well retire from wrestling because Spanish Red is going to be the next Glow champion. We've got a debut here. Amelia Hosaka. You might know her from wrestling in WCW in the 90s. She did a lot of good wrestling there. And she's got a sexy gimmick. So that is sort of early in her career here. She's going to be not particularly doing what she was known for in her whole career. I would say wrestling in Japan and wrestling in bigger matches as a female star of the 90s. The star of her career here, she's just like the eye candy role. And it got a rating of adequate. Standard gimmick. And we're getting Godiva over here because she's going to start a new feud with none other than Pepper Pesto. And we found the lowest rating on the show. And it's to do with Godiva. She's prancing around the ring after her victory. A spurious victory. She was holding the ropes or something. She talks to Cornette and mentions how silly the person with Pepper and how she's being a witch and suddenly found herself. Godiva is not convinced. Pepper is a fool, she says. Moving on, we've got a tag team match with both members here are in feuds. So the Vine versus Tammy Bubble segment advanced here. The crowd's simmering down because we made this kind of a comedy match. This was the point of the match. If you look at Road Agent notes here, the match aim is comedy. And of course, with Tammy Jones, who's sort of a comedy figure, Debbie the Killer Tomato, I mean, with a name like that, is she going to be taken seriously? Lord, I hope so one day. Get your TWO shirts, your Tomato World Order shirts. Available nowhere, but, we'll see if we can fix one. The Prankster Punks. Again, sometimes they're being taken seriously. They're a member of the Dollhouse Divas faction. And in that faction, kind of like the Freebirds, they hold the tag team titles. But this was not a title match, and one of the members, Vine, who holds the belt, did not have her tag team partner with her, specifically MTV. But Tammy Jones and Debbie the Killer Tomato, they beat them with a roll-up. Hollywood carried the match in terms of performance. So even though it was a comedy match, Hollywood still putting it all out there. And there we go. And the crowd got a breather here. So overjoyed and excited, Tammy goes to Debbie and says, yes, she will join the Tomato World Order. She's exhilarated. She just won the match. They just beat the people who have been pestering them a lot of the time, who have been making fun of Tammy, who have been psychologically damaging her, telling her that she is not a child actress. She never was, and she definitely is not anymore, and she's nothing. Well, now, with her friend, Debbie the Killer Tomato, she has taken on Hollywood and Vine, and they are victorious. So she says, Debbie, you've always been in my corner since you turned up a few weeks ago. And, I want to be the first new member of the TWO. And we have an average 3-minute interview, heating up the crowd again now. We see Colonel Ninochka. She says the Russian government has just sent her, only 5 minutes ago, my telegram telling her congratulations on her victory. Because they know that she cannot fail. There will be no failure. This time, the Russian doll match, each and every layer is going to be a new layer of pain for Ashley Cartier and Ninochka. She's going to make sure she feels each and every one. And when she's finished and pinned her in the ring, she's going to lock her up in that Russian doll, the babushka doll, and send her off to somewhere where the sun doesn't shine. Let's click on next segment. This is our main event. Everything is hanging on this. It's been a good show so far. We've had some pretty high segments, but this one, hopefully, is going to take us over the top. Got a 41. That's really high for this one. Here we go. In a bout that had fantastic heat and decent wrestling, Colonel Ninochka defeated Ashley Cartier in a Russian doll match in 12 minutes by 2 falls to 1. The match was designed to be chaotic and full of action in order to get the crowd going. During the match, we had Yamazaki distract Ninochka. Who is Yamazaki? She is a new member of the Team of Fear. I'll show you that one post-show. Colonel Ninochka wins the Glow Crown title. What? The Colonel got the highest rating. Her Joshi wrestler gimmick was, that's not good. The storyline was advanced. The chaos helped hide Ashley Cartier's performance, and the match got the crowd buzzing. It's a standard, awful, but it's going to rise over time, and it's a very marketable gimmick. So her gimmick is the Japanese wrestler. 41 overall, so the main event carried the entire show. And I think it was a good show. We had, obviously, a bamboo jail match, an evening gown match. We had Tammy Jones and Debbie the Killer Tomato getting their revenge. New member of the TWO. And yeah, it was, we had a dance-off. Stare down was turned into a dance contest. Godiva was in action. We've got a new White Witch. The Glow Universe. The Glow Universe? The Glow Universe. No, the Glow Universe. The Glow TV show. Come on. It's picking up steam, and we've got new ideas and a lot of new things happening here. I say the Colonel did amazingly, and I think Hollywood as well. Great performance. Hollywood had an amazing match, and so did Ninochka. They were the two who very much carried the show. Ticket sales at $11,028. We need each one of those dollars and cents. Merchandise, $919. That means each person bought something for $1. Overall profit, $4,523 and $49,000. I mean, that tells us if we were not running TV, if we were only simply running events in the Southwest, we'd be making money hand over fist. So this is what we're going to consider. Post-show has been completed. We can move to the evening phase. What, the evening gown phase? No, I'm getting too used to these glow terms and these glow trials and tribulations, the things we talk about in Glow. But this is the real world, and we'll be returning to that soon. I just want to show you guys one last thing here. We've got some mail coming in. But these stables. So the Dollhouse, as we know, has now got Missy Hyatt as support. She's one of the Dollhouse divas. Officially, she's a member of the backstage, but she also hangs around with these girls. We consider making her a manager for MTV. Let's do that. I want my MTV. She's gonna have MISSC. So Missy's now her manager. Back to the stables. We have Fear. Itachi's gone, Habana's gone. This is the new Fear. There's 3 members so far. Colonel Ninochka, she's the leader. Palestine the Terrorist, she's just a member. Yamazaki, she's a new member as well. So these two maybe will be tagging up. And now they've got the gold. The Glow Crown is being held by the Colonel Ninochka. The Headhunters, there's only 3 members here, and they have an alliance. Strength as a group of individuals again. Yeah. Tomato, Total World Order, Total Mayhem. Do we have a new member? Of course we do. And it's Tammy. Tammy Jones is now a member. She's the deputy. Yeah. Let's see her roster thing here. Tomato. Look at that. I think that's quite a cool little video-y thing here. Tammy Jones, part of the Tomato World Order. And there we have it, folks. Pepper Pesto, White Witch Gimmick. Going to have a feud now with Godiva. And see how this one turns out. Yamazaki, Joshua Wrestler, awful. But can we tweak the gimmick? Let's tweak it. Let's have a look at our overall finances. Here they are. We lost a little bit less, but we're still losing quite a lot every single month. And this is a big issue. And this work is costing us the most. I don't know how we got away with February only costing $7,000. What happened then? What happened? Bonuses and perks. Where are these bonuses coming from? And what are they? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. Does it say here they get lots of bonus? Because a merchandise cut, okay, fair enough. That could be a whole lot of money for merchandise cuts if we were making a lot of money in, but we're seriously not. Travel is paid. Okay, that could be a problem. Certain wrestlers. But really, I mean, we should be okay. Next time, that was AfterGLOW. We've seen the AfterGLOW. We've got an event coming up called Candy Garden. 34 days' time. We've got a whole run of television before then to continue certain feuds, to restart certain feuds, to think of new characters and new positions. I forgot we're going to check the mail. The latest rating, okay, 0.04, that's lower, and then 34,000. Oh, goodness me. What does it say about our TV show then? Can we modify this one and say that we don't want it on the air anymore? That we can't afford to have it? Gives 4 shows at a time. Not numbered brand American holidays. Oh, avoid American holidays. Okay. US syndication small 3. I mean, I'm just want to check this one out. Any type, but will negotiate, yes, because they should come up here. Maybe they're not actually. US syndication small. Small. Well, there's a lot of ones here. This is our one. Can we talk to them? The minimum company size is small. Okay, we're not small even. It's acceptable. Do not admit. Okay, we could purposefully tank it, I suppose, couldn't we? Couldn't we say we want to completely change the contract? Wouldn't that be something? I mean, I don't want to do it in a way that seems manipulating the game or because I could really like tank our if we go to our production here, I could downgrade everything, and then they would probably throw us off the air. But then again, how much money do I have now? 49,000. We're losing this, so we have 3 or 4 months left in business in the black before we go into the red. So there's also the question here. So I'm not really sure. Broadcasting, coverage, events, pre-booking. Cancel deal. So it would breach the contract and it would cost us 1,100,000. So no. So change time slot. Could we find somewhere we get more money? They're not willing to. No, none of the better time slots. No, change purpose. They do not want to. Well, it expires on the 27th of September. And I assume after that we won't be getting another deal. So we can run until September, our TV deal. And then run shows once or twice a month after that. And hopefully get some money back. Well, we've got a plan. We've got a medium-term plan. We've got a long-term plan. That's how we should do things. But in the short term, we're going to thank you all for joining us today for AfterGLOW. And this has been TEW and Beyond. Now you can return to 1988. From 1988 back to 2020, wherever you are. Where YouTube runs wild. Where kids are on the TikTok. And where the wrestling is substandard. Okay. That's all from me. Thank you. And good evening.